Now, you're working on your second album at the moment. I do believe is titled Purge.
Me too.
What is this album about?
I mean, title says it all. You know, we started with "So It Begins," like some kind of message that we as human beings are going in wrong direction, and we gonna have some consequences because of it. This album, yeah, we made a wrong choice, and we continued down that road. Unfortunately, I mean, I get my inspiration from what I see around me, not from TV and media and stuff, but what I see with my own eyes. And I see nothing has changed, you know. There is still apathy between people. There is some moral values are completely gone. Some smart people are replaced with, I don't know how even to call those who are not aware what's going on and just chasing that money, chasing that power. That's all that it matters, you know. So this album is literally like, yeah, we need to change things right now, or this is it. It's the Purge.
Musically, what can people expect from Purge?
Since we are a pretty young band and young in these waters, we are still experimenting with our sound and with our songs. And Miloš here is a great and big deal in whole this story, because he brings us that sound, that production, that magic that I like to call to our songs. So they can expect, like always, for sure, that's raw energy, you know, lyrics with some kind of point that you can get on how many ways you want to get it. And we are not easy music, we are not easy background music, we will never be an easy background music. We kind of like to bring stuff to your face and to our faces to remind ourselves what we need to do to change it. And I think that production, I mean, you will explain it better. I mean, that's your specialty.
Their music is like call to arms. It grabs you, and you need to take a listen to it. Maybe you can avoid it, but it really drags you in, and it's very emotional, you know, and powerful. They're telling the story their way. Miloš is telling the story. A lot of people will question themselves after listening to BaYaT, and that's the most important thing, you know.
Now, for you, Miloš, you started working with BaYaT near the end of the recording of the first album, So It Begins. First of all, why?
I like the music, I like the band, I like the emotion, and
Money.
Our first collaboration went well, so that's a good sign, you know. And I like the music, I like the songs.
Now, obviously, you've heard the first album.
Yeah.
From the ones that you didn't work on to the ones that you have worked on. What differences has it made with BaYaT working here prior to working here, if that makes sense? What differences can you see in the music?
Maybe a little bit of control, because first album was maybe a little bit too chaotic from the production side and production perspective. I tried to shape the arrangements a bit, to shape the vocal, guitar lines, everything, you know, to make it sound like a package, you know. Because I grew up on listening to many bands that have influenced BaYaT, you know, and I really like those bands, and that's the reason why I really like BaYaT, because they remind me of all those bands, you know. And also I wanted to make it more like those bands, and that's the final package. And I just wanted to take a little details, you know, some polish here, some polish there. I think it tells the story the better way.
And just a more informal question, Miloš. Going on the Miloš BaYaT.
Sorry, yeah.
I keep forgetting both of you, Miloš. Going on the proviso that things go relatively back to normal and music comes back and live music comes back and the festivals come back. If there is a chance of live performances being allowed in 2021, is there any particular venue or festival that you would love to play at?
every one of them. If it's back to normal, I'll do all of the festivals. Just call us, we will come wherever you are, you know. We want to play, man.
But there must be some times, you know, where you may lay in bed, or you're you know, the wife's at work and you're at home and you're kind of daydreaming.
Thank you.
Do you ever dream of a particular stage or a particular festival, you know, where you vision yourself there and think, oh my God, that'd be amazing?
That's a tricky question, because there's a slight problem in my head when it comes to those big festivals like Glastonbury, like Pink Pop, like Rock am Ring, you know. That's from the top of my head and what I grew up with. You need to be worthy of those, you know. So I'm not thinking about those biggest ones, you know, because wait for it. I mean, we just started. We have a long way to go. But for me, for now, I mean, day gig. I told you that today, I think. Day gig, 5 o'clock. Still, you know, like pre-evening. Maybe Rock am Ring, Pink Pop, you know, a lot of crowd, and we play like. For now, Wasted Land. This is the song I imagine in that ambiance, like we would say. We're joking in band, but yeah, that would be like my smallest first step wish, and then later on, we'll see. Sunset, yeah, sure, comes towards the ending of the song, you know.
Perfect.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, that's the dream.
Is there an actual country that you would like to play in?
No, really. I don't know. I mean, that's ungrateful. I would do. I heard England is the craziest about rock and roll, so obviously there. But I don't know. Pink Pop is, I think, in Netherlands or something like that. Yeah, so definitely Netherlands, Amsterdam, and that's it for now. Everyone else, everywhere. I mean, that's fine by me.
It is a weird question, this, but. Obviously, your hometown has a huge festival in terms of numbers, in terms of stages, in terms of location. Would you like to play there? And what do you think of that festival? I mean, obviously, we're talking about Exit Festival here.
Yeah, it's the biggest festival, as I know, in Southeastern Europe or whatever. That's not a rock festival, in my opinion. At least it's not my cup of tea. In terms of that, it started with big names. I missed a lot of those performances because I had the gigs of my own, and it was usually around that time. And I know Billy Idol, Plant, Korn, yeah, Fate No More. Yeah. I actually saw Motorhead on Exit. That was the last time, yeah, Slayer, yeah. There was a lot of great names, but I think last couple of years, it's the techno festival, rave festival. There's not, I mean, they are bringing some names that are not so trending anymore, like they would say it now. I'm missing, like, why did it never, I don't know, Limp Bizkit came to Exit, Linkin Park, System of a Down, Slipknot, yeah, at the end of the day, you know. I think those bands are not much expensier than, I don't know, Guns N' Roses, you know. And Guns N' Roses were great back then, but we want something newer. And I don't think there's a lot of space for bands like BaYaT on that festival. So honestly, I would rather have no gig than have gig in front of the wrong audience. I don't like to push my music to people. I just want who loves it to be there, who doesn't.
I mean, just following on from that question, more directed to you, Milos,
my bad.
Producer Milos. Why doesn't the capital city have such a festival?
That's a really hard question. Subscribe to their channel, share their videos, like them, make a comments, and suggest them to your friends, because you will do a lot of things for them and they will appreciate it.
Do the same for Studio Blaze and Miloš Mihajlović.
Deception, corruption, or just a wrong way to go. I'm not really sure, and I don't really